Currently, Huawei as the ICT solutions provider in Sri Lanka, we already have a very widening business range. Not only provide the wireless network, but also provide the fixed network, optical network. In terms of broadband, today Summit is a kind of wireless technology based on 4G and 4.5G technology, which provided the fiber-like. We call it fiber-like. It means it is wireless technology, but it can provide like fiber can provide the bandwidth, especially for the householders. Yeah, this is currently what we are doing. And actually, for our today's summit, we are talking about the cost-effective solutions which can bring the broadband to every home. Actually, this is also one kind of our vision. In fact, newly, Huawei update our company's mission and vision, bring digital to everyone, to every home, every organization, for that connected and intelligent world. This is our vision and mission. And what we are doing in Sri Lanka, exactly we are complement our vision and mission here. So for the next one, yes, as you asked, what is our strategy for the next one? In fact, our strategy is very, very simple. To provide the better connectivity Sri Lanka is our strategy. Since Huawei entered this market before year 2000, and we registered our local company in year 2005, and this kind of vision will never change. Because, as you know, broadband connection is already become one human right according to the UN. So everyone, every home should have that right to get that broadband connection. Not only just for personal, but also for the whole country, especially for the whole country's development. As we knew, Sri Lanka market, is a potential market. Currently, the whole ICT infrastructure is a little bit lower compared to the whole world, averagely speaking. But I can see both from the different stakeholders, no matter from government side, from the operator side, and also from the consumer side. Everyone is doing their best to make that contribution to the whole ICT environment. We call this as the ecosystem building. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, you did.
Mr. Shunli, just one question for you now. Now, since we're on the topic of bridging the digital divide and making broadband accessible, I'd just like your opinion, since Huawei, of course, sells telecoms, their equipment, and also devices. How can we bridge the digital divide here in Sri Lanka now? As per government data, there's an interesting conundrum. About 30% of the country has internet access, yet despite having a 21 million population, there's about 30 million mobile connections. So I'd like your opinion on this, like how can we bridge this divide here?
Thank you for your question. Actually, this is a very good question. Yes, if you look at the current situation, even still some gap, right, in terms of home broadband penetration. But if you look at in the last 5 years, the broadband penetration, especially home broadband penetration in Sri Lanka market, is already got 3 times. Then, 5 years before. This is a great achievement. This is number one. Number two, in terms of Huawei's involvement in this market, yes, we are providing, the latest technology currently, no matter SLT, Mobitel, Dialog, they are using the latest technology, 4G and 4.5G. This one part, Huawei can do more and can do better as a ICT solutions provider. We always use the latest technology and provide the customized solutions for this beautiful country, for this unique market. While WTTx is the wireless to the to the home, to the building, to everyone. This is one kind of wireless technology, but it also can get that connection to every home. So this is one kind of Huawei involvement. Secondly, every year, also Huawei do our contribution in terms of ICT talent training. Every year we provide 10 students to get 2 weeks free of charge training in terms of native technology, ICT training in China. This is another kind of Huawei's activity or involvement in this market. Certainly, Huawei is sharing globally good experience. I mean, the broadband experience, the latest technology experience, application services. We got all of this experience from the world and share them with our stakeholders in Sri Lanka government, including our partners, including government sectors, because we want to have that good experience also happening in Sri Lanka market. The third one, like today's summit, why we have this summit in Sri Lanka market? Not only because of dialogue has a good story in terms of WTTx development, but also we think, in terms of the whole ecosystem, government also should have some obligation in terms of encourage the whole industry to develop this whole broadband as a whole through their policy in terms of favorable, to the consumers' policy and spectrum alignment, with operators, and also considering the affordable price to the whole market. So today we gathering all of the stakeholders here, the whole Asia-Pacific area, including Thailand, Philippines, Indonesia, Bangladesh, Myanmar, all of these country stakeholders, from the regulators, from the leading operators, and also the third parties like GSMA, Informa, all of them gather here. We not only just sharing the experience of technology, but also the regulations, also policies, which can help the whole industry's good development. Hope you answered your question.
Yes, just want to follow that up with one more question.
Yes.
Now, just to elaborate on that, could you tell me now what Huawei is doing to make its devices more affordable for the masses?
Yes. Sorry, just forgot that part. Yes, in terms of devices. That's another part. I also would like to talk a little bit more. Huawei devices entered this market. It was year 2013. At that time, it was an unknown brand in this particular market. Until the end of last year, Huawei already achieved #1 position in terms of market share in Sri Lanka market of smart devices. Yes, Huawei only focus on the smart devices because we think smart devices is not only for internet, but also for that kind of connection of people, of whole industry, even other industries. I can give you one example. ICT industry's development only not benefiting this ICT industry, but also make that contribution for the whole country's GDP's growth. Take one as an example, like education. Now everyone talk about smartphone, smart city, smart country. But education part is very important part. And I knew, yes, Sri Lanka government, all this country also have some advantage in terms of education. I knew just one, from the primary school to university school, if you compare with the current or the key of the education, Sri Lanka, is very less. In fact, this is a very good policy for students, for all of the Sri Lankans. Then what is the advantage of our involvement in terms of smart devices or smartphones? Yes, Huawei provides a very wide range in terms of smartphone, high-end, like our Mate series, P series, the Mate 20 is coming. P20 will already launch in the first half year of this year. And also we provide the very affordable mid-end and low-end, like even less than 50 US dollars per ROM. Yeah, which one also can highly improve the penetration in terms of internet users, in terms of the digital, transformation. One more thing is yes, digital transformation. Now the trend of the world is digital transformation. Everyone talks about this one, but in Sri Lanka market, as I knew, around almost 50% users still using the feature phone. That's somehow the rate is much higher than other countries. If you look at average of the world, even lower than 50% of feature phones. It doesn't mean Sri Lankan cannot affordable smart devices, but we also need that kind of education to enable people using smart devices and enjoy the digital life. This is one kind of consumption of digital. Doesn't mean you spend more. You spend the same. The cost is the same, but your knowledge, your information, totally different. Just in that summit in the beginning, Huawei shows a small video, talk about one real scenario in Sri Lanka, one T7 in the middle of this beautiful country. They need more business, but it's a little bit far from the middle to the top. How can get more branding of their products and can get more income of their families? So the communication, if they have that information of buyers, then they can sell their products directly. This is one kind of digital. So this kind of digital not just help one person, one family, but it can become the whole society. That's why, according to the UN's report, is a Roland Berg report. Every year, if one country can make that investment around 15 to 20% in the ICT growth, in the ICT investment growth, 15 to 20%, then that kind of investment can exactly contribute 1% of the whole country's GDP. In many countries, that one already approved. So for Sri Lanka's, GDP's growth, yes, we also need this kind of ICT investment.
What is now the new spread of broadband in Sri Lanka? What do you think will be the larger benefit, except for technology and all that, to the country, and then how far do you think we can reach?
What are the major benefits from this technology?
Yes, on the general.
Okay. That's why I just talk about the GDP's growth, because not only ICT gets the benefit, but also the other industries can get the benefit. The other major benefits, I cannot list all of them, but I can give you one example, especially for the education part. Why I always talk about the education? It doesn't mean education should be number one, but definitely education is one of the most important areas or industry. If you look at the developed countries like America, like UK, like Australia, most of their economic growth is from they have the intelligent, skilled people. These people not only just for the workers, but also for the high-end technologies. Once the people have that kind of capability, have that knowledge, then they can make that contribution in terms of the whole industry, no matter the industry of manufacturing, no matter the industry of health, or even agriculture. And I knew in history, Sri Lanka was very good at agriculture because you have very, wonderful irrigation system in your history. But somehow, lack of knowledge or lack of upgrade of their technology. Most of the infrastructure of irrigation in Sri Lanka somehow, has gone. That's why, Sri Lanka in the past years, somehow the growth of GDP was suffering. I got this information from your history book. Yeah, it was, if I look at the history book of Sri Lanka, I was so proud of Sri Lanka. In the last 2005 years, Sri Lankan has done a great job in many areas. And I believe in the future, yes, Sri Lankan also will get the great part of what you used to have. That's why, the whole ICT industry benefits all of other industries. And one of Huawei said, as a reliable corporate citizen, we always focus on the education part. We are making a sponsorship or scholarship for the students because we want to enable more talents, more intelligent people. Then these people can influence other groups or other communities, so they can bring not only technology, but also the information. The information is very important. Sri Lanka, as a beautiful country, has a potential strategic location in this Asia-Pacific area. How can we mostly utilize this location and get our, growth in terms of whole, nations? That's very, very important. So I just take education as one element. Hope you answer your question.
What is your short-term investment strategy about the amount, any investment future?
You mean Huawei?
Yeah, Sri Lankan investment, Huawei, yeah.
Okay. In fact, in Sri Lanka market, Huawei, our strategy is also very simple. We just want, to make more penetration in terms of home broadband. Currently, in Sri Lanka market, you have more than 5 million households. It means more than 5 million families. But if you look at the penetration, around 20%, right?
Right.
It means you only have around 1 million households has that broadband. So our strategy is to make that investment in this area to improve that penetration from 20% to 50%. If we can get 50% of whole penetration, it means there's still around 1.5 million household home broadband target audience. This is our target. Yeah, we're more focused on that part.
Future investment value, any investment future, short-term, any?
Hardly to say in terms of amount of the value, but we can, take that, make that investment through several ways. First one, we will continue to make that kind of training, especially for youth. Secondly, make more experience sharing and native technology for this market. Third one is, our service, especially after-sales service, and also faster deployment for this market. Yeah, through 3 ways.
So other thing, how do you overcome the regulatory barriers when expanding your businesses?
Yeah, that's one more challenge actually. It's a challenge, not only to Huawei as an ICT solution provider, but also it's a challenge for operators. Yes, the whole industry, including government itself, because how to efficiently using the frequency spectrum, widely, and also make more engagement with the whole industry. It needs time. It needs experience. So that's why today's summit somehow is very important to the whole industry in Sri Lanka. What we are doing, yes, we are sharing the experience of the countries, alignment in terms of spectrum with stakeholders in Sri Lanka, but also we need to find out a good way to communicate with them. Not just present, you should do that. That's not our way. Our way is according to the current scenario in Sri Lanka market. For example, yes, now FTTx developed very well in terms of dialogue market share in Sri Lanka, but also fiber to home is also very important. So how to balance these two kinds of technology? So we need to contribute more intelligent ideas with like TRC, Ministry of Telecommunication, for better or favorable policies like a tax, especially in the rural area, right? In the rural area, if only ask the operators to make that investment, the ROI, return of the investment, is very low. Be honest to you, nobody has much intention to do that part. According to the experience from the world, this kind of investment normally has been done by government side. If government can, keep that kind of priority as their agenda to develop more benefiting policies to the whole Sri Lanka, where more, accelerate the whole industry's development.